UFC 324 is coming up. We're predicting all the fights from Adam Fugitt versus Ty Miller to Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. My name is Omar. I'm here with Luca.
What's up?
And let's just get straight into it. First fight on the card.
So this is a guy from the Contender Series, right? Ty Miller.
Yeah, Ty Miller's debuting from the Contender Series. He's undefeated.
Good striker.
Yeah, good striker. Fugitt's coming off of a loss from Islam Dulatov, so he's basically the guy that they feed.
Yeah, then they fed him Morales too, right?
They fed him Morales early in his career. They want Ty Miller to win. They're giving him, some scraps early on. This is going to set up his career in the UFC.
Yeah.
Have Ty Miller by either KO or decision.
I'm going with Ty Miller first round KO. It just feels like a lot of these undefeated guys out of the Contender Series, they try to get him like somebody from the absolute bottom of the roster, so they can hype him up.
Ricky Turcios versus Cameron Smotherman. These guys are both coming off of losses. They have like a win-loss type of
They're both win-loss fighters.
Yeah. Smotherman, I saw his last fight. He was smothered. He was a smothered man against Simon. Turcios, his last fight against Opaj, he almost got finished multiple times.
If he gets subbed by Raul Rosas, I don't know.
Against Chiwiwis, it's,
He also fought Eamon Zahaba.
Yeah, I don't think it's looking good for Turcios. I think he's going to be high pressure. He's going to go in there. He might get chinned. He's kind of chinny, but he doesn't go out that many times. He doesn't really get knocked out. But I give it to Smotherman.
Yeah, I think Smotherman's the better striker here. I don't think Turcios is gonna take him down a lot, because I think that's how you beat Smotherman. I can just see a striking fight here, and I'm going Smotherman by decision.
Yeah, I agree. Hokit versus Freeman.
Man, love a heavyweight bout.
Yeah, and this is both of their second fight in the UFC.
Hokit's undefeated, right?
Yep, Hokit's undefeated. He's coming off of the Dana White's Contender Series. He has 100% finish rate. All of his fights were finished. He is the opposite of a decision merchant. There's no way he's going to lose this fight. I have him winning by either KO or submission early on.
Denzel Freeman made his debut not too recently, right? I wasn't too impressed. I've been hearing a lot about this Hokit guy. This dude's apparently got mad power. So I'm just gonna ride the undefeated guy who has the odds pointed towards him. I think this is gonna be a first round knockout.
And he's never seen a decision. That's so rare these days.
No, yeah.
Our favorite veteran, Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. Now, this one was a little tough just because I know that Johnson does fluke sometimes.
Against Zellhuber?
Yeah, against Zellhuber. That was one of them. This is in the past, but Hernandez is coming off of 2 KO wins, though.
Yeah, he's on a finish streak.
Yeah, he's on a streak. He has a streak going. No, I think Hernandez wins on paper.
But here's the thing. I just feel like this could be a huge fraud check.
It really could.
Point here.
I really could see something happening, like a major upset.
I mean, Hernandez is a good prospect.
But if we look at Michael Johnson right now in his career, he's 39 years old. He's not really going to get those high-level matchups anymore. He's going to kind of be like a guy for the new gens, to test the new gens.
Yeah, he's a gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Neil Magny of lightweight.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'd give it to Hernandez by decision, or it could, he could KO him. That's possible.
But I don't know. Johnson's very disciplined. He really likes to attack the body. I feel like Hernandez just brings that constant pressure, and he's younger. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go Hernandez by decision. I don't think he finishes him.
Also, if we're going by MMA math, Johnson's been slept by Ferreira, and you know who beat Ferreira? Alexander Hernandez. He KO'd him.
Hey, MMA math. Might have to switch my pick now, but you could say these guys are both veterans. I don't know. I like how Hernandez is in fighting recently. What is he on, a 4 or 5 fight win streak?
He's really coming up.
I think he can enter the rankings with a win here. I'm gonna take Hernandez by decision.
Perez versus Johnson. Johnson's coming off of a KO win. This guy beat Joshua Van. That. Perez is coming off of 2 losses, Almabayev and Tatsuro Taira. I think this is easy. I think I'd give it to Charles Johnson for this one.
I don't look at MMA math. I'm going Alex Perez by knockout. I think he's got power, and I'm not too high on Charles Johnson. I think Alex Perez, he gets back in the rankings, and I think he knocks out Charles Johnson. I'm going to go with the upset here. I like Perez. He's got sneaky power for a flyweight. I think he can be dangerous early on, and I think he'll get a quick finish.
I'd love to see a good upset. I feel like this one was the easier pick. Krylov is coming off of
this one's a hard pick for me.
KOs. Bukauskas is coming off a round 1 KO win.
If Bukauskas wins this, he's really gonna cement himself in the middleweight division. I feel, because he's on a like a 4 or 5 fight win streak.
Yeah, and he's coming off of a KO or like a round 1 against Paul Craig. Like Paul Craig is kind of the Michael Johnson of that division. Like he's the guy that kind of gets those fluky wins. Like,
but also, I just feel like Krylov has fought like demons, you know?
At the same time, when you look at the way he fought Reyes, I just feel like he doesn't like respect the strike of his opponents at times. Like against Reyes, he pushed forward too many times, he got knocked out. And I think the same thing's gonna happen here. And Bukauskas, this guy's got power. He's definitely the one that can knock out Krylov. And I don't know, I think Krylov just might be washed right now. Like he hasn't won prior to his return, 2025. Like
I know he's on a losing streak.
It's hard to bet on Krylov at this point.
I mean, let's see. Modestas has won 4 of his last 5. Krylov beat Ozdemir a couple years ago. I still think he's got it in him. You know, he's just fought 2 power punchers in a row, and those guys, you know, those guys were just fought for like a title eliminator. You know, yeah, I'm not ready to pick Bukauskas. I'm gonna go with Krylov by TKO.
In the regular circumstances, I would give it to Krylov, but we've just seen him like become a downgraded version of himself.
But you see when like fighters lose a couple fights in a row, but I feel like his losses are gonna age well. I still think he's he's like borderline rank worthy. I feel like this is a pretty good fight to make. I'm gonna just go with Krylov just because, you know, he's had a better career and he's like fought more. He has better wins on his record. Krylov is 33. Like he's entering his prime. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Krylov. I think his career's not over yet.
Ateba, Gautier versus Andrey Pulyaev. Okay, so this one for me was simple. Gautier, he's coming off of 3 first-round KO wins since his debut. 8 KOs in a row if we're including his bouts outside of the UFC.
He's minus 800. Like
I feel like this is a lock, but just because, you know, he's still new to the UFC, I feel like something could always happen. There could always be an upset. You know, this one wouldn't be quite of a lock. But he hasn't been outside the first round. Pulyaev, he has been KO'd before.
That's true. I mean, he got to win out the Contender Series and lost to Christian Leroy Duncan. But as we've seen, he's a really good prospect by himself. You know, he's got great power and just came over. I know, win over Nick Klein is not too much, but I still think we really don't know who Pulyaev is. But yeah, Gautier is like, he's a freak, man. He's fucking insane. It's like the middleweight Francis Ngannou. I'm gonna take him by first round knockout. He's from Cameroon.
He's from Cameroon, just like Francis Ngannou.
I thought Ngannou was Nigerian.
No, they're both from Cameroon. Probably both been in the sand mines, you know.
Yeah, the diamond mines.
From shoveling the sand at a young age.
Oh yeah.
When you do that hard labor of shoveling sand since you're a young child, it just builds up your muscles and it makes you a power puncher. Just like Francis Ngannou, Ateba Gautier, he is the freaking power puncher of middleweight, and he will win this fight.
And you think he knocks out Pulyaev?
I think he'll add another KO to his resume. After this fight, I'd love to see him against a ranked opponent and, you know, see him in the top 50.
Oh, I don't understand why he's not fighting somebody ranked already.
This guy's easily marketable. He's the new Ngannou.
And he's active too. Like I've literally watched all of his fights. Like he is so fun to watch, man. I assume we're both going round 1 knockout.
Yeah, I think it would be a round 1. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo. We will win this fight.
Yes, we and Deiveson Figueiredo.
We and Umar.
We are back.
The Umars will rise up. They'll get 20-1. Then they're going to give him a title shot. This is my lock.
He is the biggest favorite on this card.
If this doesn't happen, I will go to Dagestan for 2 or 3 years, and I will avenge.
Hey, that plus 850 on Figueiredo is looking intriguing.
I feel like that. I should have more faith in him.
Former champ, right?
Former champ. He beat Pantoja.
Yeah, he's a legend of the sport. I'm just worrying him coming off of, you know, breaking. What did he break? He broke his leg or something against the Sandhagen fight.
Yeah.
He came back against Montel Jackson. I know Jackson was like was on a big streak. He was like on a 6-fight winning streak before that. He pulled out a split decision. Umar is just a different challenge. He's gonna take the fight to the ground. He's gonna win the striking, and I'm gonna go with Umar 30-27.
And even if we look at it through MMA math, both of these guys fought Sandhagen. Umar beat Sandhagen. Figueiredo lost. Give me Umar by decision.
I wonder if Umar can get a finish here. Does Umar have a submission threat? I just remember he had like this nasty head against Rowney Barcelos.
I'd give all of the Dagestanis a submission threat. Figueiredo's good at grappling. I don't know if he's a black belt, but he's from Brazil.
I think Figueiredo's experience helps him last the full end of the fight without getting finished.
And especially if we look at his past performances, like his performance against Brandon Moreno, how we saw each of them have that dynamic grappling. I think when you have that type of grappling, it's hard for the casuals to be like, oh, it's a grappling fest. It's lay and pray. We need more of that in the UFC.
Figueiredo does have good BJJ, so I feel like there's a good chance if there is a submission, it could be him. I don't know. He's Dagestani. Just go with Umar. Don't think about it. Just go with Umar. He's minus 1,500.
Like, even looking at his last fight, he almost got dropped against Batista, but the recovery of that was so quick. He just fell and got right back up. I think he's just too well-rounded. He's got the striking, got the grappling. Give me Umar.
I got Umar by decision.
Fight of the prelims. Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas.
This is going to be the shift of the tides, This is really going to be this is going to be the turning point of WMMA. Let me start here. Natalia Silva. She is my favorite prospect in WMMA. She's undefeated. I don't know why she hasn't got a title shot left. I mean, she's 30-27 Alexa Grasso. I think Natalia Silva is on a different level right now. But, Rose, one of the best to ever do it in WMMA. This is going to be a good fight. I got Natalia Silva by decision.
Yeah, me too. I agree. This is like the classic veteran versus.
I'd be sad if Rose lost. I'm a big Rose fan, so I'd be pretty upset if she lost. But I think it's bound to happen.
She's been champ already. I think her time has come. It's time for the Natalia Silva era. And once Zhang Weili comes back, we might potentially see a Silva versus Weili.
Ooh, yeah.
On to the main card, Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. I gave it to Arnold Allen.
Okay.
Even though he's the underdog, I think it's a safe pick. Just because, we've seen him. Yeah, we've seen him fight.
He hasn't fought in over a year, though.
Yeah, it's been a while, but he's only lost to 2 guys. And one of them was Max Holloway. The other one was Movsar Evloev. I think Gene Silva just hasn't fought anyone of Arnold Allen's caliber.
True.
The best person he's fought and beat,
I think
Bryce Mitchell.
I don't know.
I think Arnold Allen's just a different kind of fighter.
I think he's the best striker Gene Silva's yet to face.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a fun fight.
The only way he could win would probably be through grappling.
Is that really his game, though? I mean, I feel like he can pull out a submission, but I think Gene Silva wins. I thought he was pretty impressive in that Diego Lopez fight, even though he lost. He rocked him a bunch in that second round. I think he's one of the best power punchers in the whole UFC. I'm taking Gene Silva by round 3 KO. I think Arnold Allen survives a few rounds, but I think eventually Gene Silva's gonna land a bunch of punches. And
if he's able to KO Allen, that's crazy because he's never.
I know Max can KO him, but I think I'm gonna ride with it. I'm gonna go Gene Silva by 3rd round knockout. I just don't think the fight is gonna go. Do you think the fight's gonna go the distance?
I think it could go to the distance. Yes. Arnold Allen hasn't really been in fights that haven't gone the distance. Unless he's the one that finishes the fight.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 times he's lost has been decision.
I just think Gene Silva's for real, though. He's just a fighter that I glaze a lot, just because I just love his fighting style. I don't know who I'm gonna pick against him. I'm never gonna pick against him. I just think he's that good. We'll see. It's gonna be a fun fight. I just think Gene's just got that talent. He's got that fighting nerd plot armor, if that still exists. But
possible fight of the night. I'd probably predict this would be the fight of the night.
Oh yeah, Gene Silva, but. You really think he lasts 3 rounds with Gene Silva? You see what he did to Drew Dober? You think Lopez could have won 5 rounds with him? By how many shots he landed in that second round?
I think it's possible because he went the 5 rounds with Volkanovski.
I think Gene gets a knockout here. I don't think he gets a submission or a decision. Maybe a right hook or something.
Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Derrick Lewis. This is tough because Derrick Lewis, he's known for beating those up-and-comers, derailing the hype trains. But I give it to Waldo Cortes-Acosta. I think he has what it takes. He's not very chinny. He's coming off of a win. He beat Shamil. He beat Shamil Gaziev. Round 1 KO. Sad to see.
I always pick against Derrick Lewis, and it always bites me in the ass. I'm going to go with Derrick Lewis here. I really like Waldo. I really do. But I can't do it. I'm going to go Waldo by knockout in the second round. He's just been on a tear. I wanted to pick Derrick Lewis. He's a really fun personality, but that can only get you so far. Yeah, he did fight for the belt. I can't say that, but Waldo's just younger. He's more athletic. He's on a huge run right now. I know Derrick Lewis came off that win against Taliesin, which he won that. I don't think it was a late stop. I don't think it was a bad stoppage or anything. Derrick Lewis winning 2 in a row against young prospects. I don't know. Give me Waldo. I think he's much better than Taliesin.
You know, we've seen the fight against Pavlovich, and he didn't get knocked out.
Pavlovich has crazy power too.
Yeah, when you face someone with that kind of power, I would say his power is probably equivalent to Derrick Lewis. So if we're using those metrics, I'd take Waldo's Cortes-Acosta. I think he does it in KO. I think he finishes Derrick Lewis.
I know this is odd in a Derrick Lewis fight, but I could also see this going to decision.
That's true. I could see it go in the decision as well. But I don't know, the way these guys strike, and you know, especially in heavyweight, it's hard to see it go in the distance.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know, I could always see Derrick Lewis getting the upset. You know, taking his shorts off, mooning the audience.
Yeah,
how he does.
My balls were hot.
My balls was hot.
Who do you want next? I want my wife fine ass.
Well, Ronda Rousey fine ass.
I hope he wins just so we get a fucking quote after.
Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Now, this one could be 50-50 as well. Sean O'Malley.
This one is tough.
Song Yadong's coming off of it's kind of fluke win against Henry Cejudo, but still win.
Yeah.
I think that Sean O'Malley can do it. I think he'll do it by decision.
That's what I was picking too. I know we're trying to have different picks, but I don't know. It's hard to finish Song. I feel like he's got a good chin. You know, he's only been finished once. I'm gonna go Song Yadong by knockout. Song Yadong by knockout. The Sugar Show is done.
It's the end.
No more of that bullshit. And then Song can fight for the belt, and we'll have somebody new. I know Peter Yan already beat Son, but
I think if they give it to Song, if Song wins,
if Son wins, he gets a title shot.
I think Umar. You gotta give gotta give it to Umar. He just beat Batista and Figueiredo. Or, well, you know, hypothetically, he would have.
Why doesn't he fight somebody like higher in the division? Why does he have to fight fucking Figueiredo and Bautista? Those are like unnecessary fights.
I don't think there's anyone
like fight
higher.
Song. You're giving Umar straight cams.
If it was O'Malley versus Umar, that wouldn't have been good for O'Malley because they want O'Malley, to bounce back. They want to give him like kind of a layup in case, Peter Yan stays champ, and then they could give him a title shot. I think this matchup for Sean, this is made for him to win. This is tailor-made for Sean O'Malley win.
I'm gonna go with Son.
It'd be interesting to see a new face, some new title fights. The last couple of title fights in bantamweight were kind of repeats. The Sean O'Malley versus Merab rematch, the Peter Yan versus Merab rematch.
This has fight of the year. This has fight of the not the year. This has fight of the by the night potential, in my opinion.
Our co-main event. Time to play the game. Kayla Harrison versus the Lioness, Amanda Nunes. I don't know. This was a little tough. I was like going back and forth on this one because she is the GOAT. Amanda Nunes is the GOAT. She is she was double champ. She beat Valentina Shevchenko. Kayla Harrison's, up and comer. She only has one loss. It's tough. I think the safe bet here would be Kayla Harrison just because, Amanda Nunes went on the hiatus. We don't know if she's declined at all because we've seen this before. We've seen even double champs, Henry Cejudo. He left and he came back and he sucked. No offense to Henry Cejudo.
Hey, I thought he put up a good fight when he fought Talbot, though. Yeah, he was really never the same. He really should have retired after he won double champ. You think he's coming back?
He needs to stay retired and just get on YouTube.
Nah, he's got his podcast going.
Yeah, get the podcast going with Usman.
Dude, Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes just turned into a conversation about Henry Cejudo, dude. I'm loving it. WMMA, bro, most interesting.
That's how good the co-main.
Nah, but this is probably like the best WMA fight we've gotten. Wait, Lee versus Shevchenko was up there, but
yeah,
I mean anything could beat that fight. They could just stand still and that could be a better fight.
Well, on paper that fight would have been the best fight we've seen.
I'm gonna go with Kayla Harrison by knockout. I feel like she's just testosterone max. It's like it just feels unfair, like how she fucking manhandled Juliana Pena and Holly Holm, like two former champs. I just don't see it. Like, I know she's a WMA GOAT, but she's coming back out for a long layout, fighting the most dangerous woman in the sport. I think Kayla Harrison gets a knockout here.
And she's coming back to fight the female version of Triple H.
I'm surprised the odds aren't more favored towards Kayla. Like, It should be a good fight, though. I'm excited to see Nunes come back.
Yeah, it should be good. I think it's gonna be decision. Kayla Harrison by decision, because Amanda Nunes is good. Like she might have like some ring rust or something.
Nunes, she does have knockout power. I will say that. I feel like she could knock Kayla Harrison out. I wouldn't rule that out, but
yeah, we've seen her
I just
knock
don't.
out Ronda Rousey.
I just really can't see her winning by. I don't see her submitting or winning by decision, because if anything, I think Kayla Harrison would just hug her against the wall or just control her. You know, that's really her style. Unless Nunes gets a knockout, I don't see any way she wins.
Give me Kayla Harrison, and maybe she can get on that White House card.
What method? By decision? You said by decision?
Yeah, by decision. Our main event, lightweight interim title bout. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Give me Justin Gaethje. KO's Paddy Pimblett. Does a backflip, triple backflip.
You're going Gaethje?
Nah.
I really wanted to pick Gaethje. I think I agree with you, man. I really do.
I don't know.
If one man can hold you down, two could. Justin Gaethje, let's just get out the way. His takedown defense, it's not real. Paddy, he just doesn't defend against a submission. This is why it's a bad matchup. Paddy has not fought anybody. I know he looked impressive against Chandler. It's Michael Chandler. He should have lost to Jared Gordon. Paddy's good and all, but I don't know. I'm going with Justin.
A wash Tony Ferguson to a decision?
Yes. And a loss to Jared Gordon?
Come on.
I'm going with Gaethje by decision. You know, I don't think he finishes him. You know, Scouses don't get knocked out. But
don't get knocked out.
But Big Rufus, I think he's gonna be interim, and I think we're gonna see him fight Ilya later this year. I feel like he's been getting no love this whole fight. People forget, man, what he did to Fiziev his last two fights.
I don't know. He did get sat on.
To Rafael Fiziev.
He did get sat on.
Yeah, you know, he knocked out Poirier 2 years ago. Like, I'm going with Paddy. No, I said I'm going with Gaethje. I think he gets the decision. I think he doesn't give up his neck. I think he wins it. I think he easily wins in the striking. If he can defend takedowns, the bare minimally, I think he can win like a 49-48 decision. And Paddy's gonna lose, and it's gonna be so satisfying to see his bitch ass out of there.
And
give me Gaethje.
We could finally get the
Gaethje by roller
versus Paddy Pimblett fight after what we've seen. On
Ooh, that'd be fun. Give me Justin Gaethje by Rolling Thunder.
Justin Gaethje by Rolling Thunder, triple backflip off the cage, right onto the corpse of Paddy Pimblett.
No, but I'm interested. Who do you think's winning this fight?
Realistically, if we're being real, you gotta give it to Paddy. He's not,
because of the grappling.
I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out, and also the grappling, like. Justin Gaethje, even in the fights where he wins, like the fight against Fiziev, bro, he was...
That was close, too.
At one point, he was on the ground, and Fiziev was sitting on top of his head. Like, we can't ignore this.
That was in the first round, right?
It was the first round, and I think if he lets Fiziev do that to him, I think it's worse with Paddy Pimblett. Give me Paddy Pimblett, submission... first or second round.
I'm just not sold on Paddy Pimblett like everybody else is. He's good, but people are saying like him fighting for the interim off a win against Michael Chandler. I can think of like 3 more people who deserve it. Max Holloway deserves it more. Gaethje deserves it more. Armin, of course, Armin deserves it more. Charles deserves it more with this win over Gamrot.
Yeah, they're really
Fuck it. BSD probably deserves it more.
Yeah, off of the win from Darvish.
But Paddy Pimblett is a UFC star boy. He does have that aura and all that fame.
He is our golden boy.
I wouldn't be surprised if he won it all, but if I'm just looking on paper, I think Gaethje wins.
I think this one should be an easy Paddy Pimblett win. I think if he doesn't do it in easy fashion, that doesn't bode well for the rest of his career, because he's got some top tier guys to fight. He's got Arman Tsarukyan, he's got Ilia Topuria, possibly Charles Oliveira. But yeah, I think if he doesn't do this easily, like what we've seen in the past, then there's some trouble for Paddy Pimblett. The top tier champs have an easy time with Justin Gaethje, Khabib, Charles Oliveira.
Do you think it goes to the distance?
I think it shouldn't go the distance, but if it does, then Paddy's next fight might be a loss.
Yeah.
That's the last fight. Put all of our predictions on the screen. My lock was Umar Nurmagomedov to win.
I'm gonna go with Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison is my lock.
Those are our predictions. I'm sure they'll all be correct.
I'm excited for Gaethje to become an interim champ.
But yeah, see you guys after 324.